YouTube, Twitch. All right, levels sound good. Cool. What am I doing? I had a lot of thoughts last night as I lay in bed trying to sleep. Unsuccessfully. So there's gonna be a pause in the stream, at least long enough for me to get more caffeinated beverage at some point. But as I was laying there, I had a lot of really great ideas for what I want to do next, what I want to do with this whole thing. The first thing we're going to do, this is super exciting. I'm going to give it a working title. And the working title is going to be... wait, no, I had my layout. Title: Lords of Dice. That's right. Hopefully that's not already used. Should we Google that and just see? It's already used. Lords of Dice. Lord of Dice app. Not the same. Lord of Dice fandom. Making it plural is totally enough, right? I mean, I could go with like World of Dice, but that screams MMO to me. That's probably already too. World of Dice. It's a place. Looks like somebody did make a game of that too. Gods of Dice. There we go. All right, Gods of Dice it is. Gods of Dice. Very epic. Alright, and then I also had that override in here. Gods of Dice. And welcome to Gods of Dice. I should probably just have this as a title so I can change it later, huh? Like a constant. So public. I will create a folder for constants. Didn't I have that in server? No. I have character constants, but no, I don't have global. Alright, I have global constants now. And in here, that's components query. In here, I'll just have title. Yes, export const main title equals Gods of Dice. Yeah, just fantastic. And then we'll import that into these other locations. Welcome to title. This way, when inevitably the working title changes, I don't have to go scouring through the whole thing for locations where I put this, mass find replaces, etc., etc. And then it's also it's here. Main title. Look how much better that is. Just immediately screams epic, right? And housekeeping wise, GitHub, wow, github.com/curiouslycorey, and this is currently under Altura demo. I'm gonna rename this. Can I rename this? Can, right? Setting. Sweet. Gods of Dice. Cool. And there we go. So, I'm pretty sure Let's double check here by going git pull. Yep. But still, I don't know how long GitHub will maintain that old link, but at least it didn't immediately break my cloning, updating GitHub link. And then do I rename the parent folder? I probably should. So it's gonna get lost at some point. Oh. Move Altura demo to Gods of Ice. Beautimus. Back up and running. Our next dev. And refresh. Oh, good. Oh, that's interesting. That opened on its own. Isn't that supposed to be open only if tells there was no name? Or did I have this set to here? So, oh, I just have it set to open right now. False. There we go. Alright. Open. I thought we'd fixed Bob. Wasn't that working yesterday? Or did I just have it working enough? I need to call but this was working yesterday. Is this running? First of all. So it starts out as undefined, and then it does get to Bob, and so it should be getting set to Bob, but it's not doing that. I know that we had where's the use form? This would be reset. And then reset. And it would be with name. Is that it? Does that work better? Okay. That works. No, it's still not working reliably. Now that's interesting. If I set it open to true, now this wouldn't make any sense to me. No, okay, it's not consistent either. Which I'm glad, because that wouldn't have made any sense. What on earth could be happening here? Like, the data should either be available early enough that it's there, or come back and get set. Oh, maybe it's this. Maybe reset's not available. No. I mean, that's the appropriate thing to do, but that didn't do it either. If not reset. Don't want it to do anything if reset is not available. We also don't care about set value anymore. So we're going to do it this way because it's the way that was recommended. Let's make sure we're calling reset correctly. React hook form. This is kind of a weird name. Like, for some reason, it just never is how I think it's supposed to be. Hey, look at that. Async set form values. That'd be nice. How do they do it? They do reset. And they're doing it so it's basically, yeah, name, expand with the name. So, I mean, this wouldn't make any difference, but just refresh because it's on load, not on refresh. And if I set this to something specific, I don't know why this would make any difference. B. Okay, that's not, almost like that's not getting called. Or it's getting like overwritten somehow. Because if I put, let's see here, Jack in here, that's set. And it's reliably set because it's there immediately. Or I need to get rid of the default values. No, that's still not. I was wondering if maybe like if I had default values, perhaps they reset would be using the default values instead of what I gave it for some reason. It's not happening. Does it have something to do with my... This wouldn't make... Okay, no, it's not that. Oh, it's these little things that when I get stuck on just drive me nuts. I want to get stuck on big problems, not the minutia. See here. So in here, they're doing a use effect. I'd say they're doing it in a set timeout. Oh, just because it's async. That would be really weird if that mattered whatsoever, but I'm certain that's just to show that it really is happening asynchronously. But if it actually worked, it'd drive me crazy. No, okay. And it is name. Oh, let's make sure that that's your registering. Yep, first name, last name, sim. So the registering basically the same way. Doing this, calling reset. I feel like this is all happening almost the same, except for I'm sure this is just React and not Next. So we have to deal with what is server versus what is front end. And also what is actually coming back from his character, because this is a memo. Ooh. I do this the other way. So we're gonna set this. Okay, that's not what I want. Almost what I want here. This needs to be inverted here, but it also needs this. There we go. We're not gonna turn that. We're gonna turn values. And because use memo, especially in Next, works differently. Like it's available earlier. I should really figure out exactly where, right? Turn value. state. It's gonna be that and character this. Okay. It's complaining about possible undefines. Need to say or undefined. Oh. Set name. Mutate async is actually returning. Can we decide this should be a character? No, we just said it was. Oh, it's like dot dot dot. That's right. It's a promise void. Oh, it's because it's. Oh, it's here. Let's see here. First of all, on success is going to end up being optional. Let's do that. And this, but we also then want to return. I think this is the character. Okay. Still unhappy? Oh, it's like all or nothing. Each thing could potentially. I hate that. Because that basically means I have to be, say, or undefined, right? And it's gonna be. Oh, now it's real unhappy. I also needed that. Right. That's interesting. Why would the character? Oh, is it not returning what I think it's returning? That could be. Rid of this. Let's check. Yeah, no. I think it's returning a character. Or should be. I mean, I haven't added a catch here, which could change. Property of ID are incompatible. String undefined is not. It's not a string. Complicating things, always. I just want to see if this even works. That's the whole thing here. I just want to test to see if this works. Is this gonna behave the way I think it should? Why is property ID incompatible? This is like, it should be coming from the same place. Character, ID string. Character. In here, where is it getting set? Okay, so it's saying that this thing is not assignable to set state action. Um, which is this down here. Saying this is not assignable to type of character. Property ID are incompatible. It's because character could potentially be character, the ID is not optional, but here it could potentially be undefined. So what's the complaint about this one? Same, because not having anything means that I need to have dummy starter object just to make it happy. I'm not defining the return here, so it is entirely this part. What happens if I, and this is going to complain because it has to infer. So if we let it infer all the types, then the only thing we're dealing with is right. Yeah, it's basically the same thing. It's unhappy about inferring. Let's see here. What if I do this? Let's see here. Basically what we're doing up here. Okay, but we will just store the character in state. State character, because this is just a test anyways. So state character. State character. Is that character? And so don't care about any of that stuff. Now, what is it complaining about here? The ID is here. If character, no, if not character, return. All right. So, answer the question. Does this then work? The way I think, oh. We are cruising on a, yeah, we don't need any of this stuff. Just need character. Try again. All right. All that is still just does not. It does not. Um, I'm leaving it this way. Yeah, fine leaving it this way for now, anyways. It shouldn't matter though. I can't remember. Did we run into problems with this? I mean, this is what I would really like for it to be. Yeah, okay. Well, at least there's no problem with that currently, so I'm gonna leave it like this. And so this doesn't do, that doesn't help. The other question then, okay, so let's go back here, look at the other demos. So where is just, yeah, default values, here we go. And I was setting it the way we had before, which was right here. For some reason is not wanting to work. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong. So here's my default values. And it seemed like it was working at some point. Before I had like the, you know, whether or not it's open or not. So let's if I remove this, so it's just open no matter what. Okay, it's not changing anything. So it might have been a race condition where it was working before, or something else is messing with it. So let's make sure it's getting here, just to be sure. Set name Bob. It is not set. Okay. So reset. Do they have a demo for next? No. Okay. Does anybody else have this problem? Next.js use or React hook form set default values. This doesn't appear to have anything to do with next. Thanks. What about this? Next. Nope. Just check here though. Yeah. That's interesting. So use memo. Memo. I don't know why this would do. Oh. Whoa, IDE, slow down. No, yeah. I mean, I don't hate that, but it didn't help. And then basically the other side of this was returning props to user. So that's just the value instead of this object. I mean, this is expecting something more, right? Yes, it is expecting the field values. And the field values are name. And this input is not conditionally returned. It's always there. Handle submit. That's being done right correctly. I don't believe that would change anything, but let's see, we're using some form values. On submit, handle submit, on submit. Yep. It's basically we're doing that. It's just that it's being pulled into methods because we used this cool thing that Kat had put in the TRPC demo folder where they'd created the Zod form, which is just this nice validation wrapper. Super cool. Hey, is there anything that is it possible that the Zod form is missing? So the use form with the props and the resolver. This is they don't even have use form. Use form. Oh yeah, okay. So use form. Yep. I'm gonna pass in any params in there, but this props use form. We're taking the schema and the default values. And then we're also resetting when the name and everything is available. So this is just bonkers. But yeah. We know if it's available immediately by name Bob. Oh, I guess I don't know. So is this then? Yes, it is not doing what I expect. Reset does not seem to be actually working. Am I calling reset incorrectly? This is name. And reset's like not on here at all. Do they have a control K? No, they don't. A lot of doc site, you can actually hit Control K and it'll bring up the search. I really enjoy that. Ooh, what version of forms are we using? We should probably using the newer ones. React hook form. We're using 7. This is, oh, okay, I see. Yeah, version 7. Here we go. Was that, were we on the right documentation before? This is 7 and okay, this is saying if we want to go to v5, v6. Okay, we're good. All right. Never mind. API. Use form. Reset. We got values or reset action and options. basically what we're async form. It's an interesting way to do it. I mean, that's just the only difference there is that it's resetting. It's calling a function when that function is ready, which calls an async. Yeah, I think that's. But ultimately, result. And they've got a button that does reset. Multiple buttons that do reset. So here's their function. So you can say form values. Oh, so you could potentially like do a partial reset. That's interesting. What if? I wonder. I'm very curious. So if we do this, this is form values, and then we're gonna have a function here, and that function needs to return the name, but I also want to just console log the form values because I'm super curious what's in there according to it. Nothing. I mean, that's what I expect. And then if I call it twice, it's in there. Oh, so what is happening is not a matter of what is actually in the form. Boy, this is all right. To name. This is to do with this somehow. Whoa, slow your roll. So again, if we remove the placeholder, it's nothing here. Why am I spending all this time? I want to be making the fun things. I mean, don't get me wrong, when I get this fixed, I'm gonna like feel so good because like the longer you grind on like any of these problems, it just seems like it gets so much better. It's not somehow failing validation. What if I remove these conditions and I just say it needs to be a string? That doesn't change anything, right? Yeah, okay. Something to do with the way it's registering? Because we know that if we put in Bobby here and update it, it updated correctly. The value's there. If I reset, it seems to be gone, even though it's not. Not only do we have a default value, what happens if we get rid of default values? Yeah, okay, so whether we have a default value or we did have whatever. So if I set this to Bobby, or let's set something else. So some name. This should set, right? Name is some name. That's set because it's there right away. And when we reset, it is getting set, but it is not reflecting on the form for some reason. Could this have to do with the Zod form? What if I tear out the Zod form? What if I just use form? Register, handle, submit, reset. Yep. Oh wait, I already have. Darn it. Like wait, I already have reset. Yeah, it's good. All right. Register. There we go. So we'll just regular register this. Yep. And we will regular handle submit this. And we'll regular reset that. Oh, wait. Is that... Wait. Hold on. Do I need to use methods.reset? And that needs to come after, and needs to be dependency instead of reset. What is this complaining about? Because this needs to exist. Okay, refresh. All right, everybody. I was using... Oh my gosh. That is so interesting and awful. So the Zod form is where my use form that I'm referencing is. So this is a different instance of use form than what I had included here. I was just referencing something completely else. Whenever I reference the Zod form methods, or the Zod form anything, I need to go through methods. And methods could technically be broken out into reset and handle submit. What else do I have? Methods dot reset dot handle submit, methods dot register, methods dot form state, form state register. I think that does. So then I can go through and delete methods dot nothing. And reset. I like that better. It's cleaner to me. Not including things that I am not using, or I guess I'm being explicit with the things that I am including. Oh my gosh. All right, that was something, wasn't it? All right, so let's say title. This is title, layout is title, use character, and this are fixing the name auto load. So update name and centralize. And then this all is fix character detail loading. All right. Now, if we go back to our Excalibur, this way over here now. Oh, hey, I've got an extra one of these going. Don't need multiple. I don't need this anymore. I don't need this anymore. Don't need this anymore. I don't need this anymore. I don't need this anymore. All right. We were gonna work on dice. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm kind of excited about it. Let's see here. So here is my smaller, big. Here's my screen. And what I'm gonna have on like the play field basically is a section, and that section is going to have 3 dice, and you're gonna be able to not type in it. That's not what I want. You know what, this does not need fill. How can I get rid of fill? Can I get rid of fill? Solid. No fill. No? Ah. Background. Ah, there we go. All right. And then these can be this. Background can be, I don't know, thing dicey. This honestly can be less busy. There we go. Perfect. All right. And then, so each dice, so then, I don't know, there would be a button when appropriate, which will say like roll dice. You'll have to choose at least one, and then you can opt to re-roll either of the other ones that have not been locked in. So you have to lock at least one, and you can re-roll what's ever left, and then repeat until you have, you know, all of your dices. So you can either lock in what you've chosen immediately, or you can basically re-roll 2, then re-roll 1 to try and get closer to what you want. Our enemies are going to work on more or less the same principle. They don't get a button. They don't get any buttons. Yeah. Each enemy would have a dice or set of dice. I mean, at least the way I'm thinking about it right now, you would probably like any regular enemy or any regular battle, like their dice would need to add up to a certain number of dice, you know, maybe difficulty based, I don't know, 1 to 3 dice, or maybe it's always 3 dice. So if you've got like one enemy has 1 dice and another enemy has like 2 dice, and so it adds up to 3 dice. And then bosses, maybe they add up to 4 dice or something, to figure out how, you know, there's gonna be a lot of balance, trying to balance this so that it is, you know, enjoyable to play. But that is currently my idea. So each dice, you can customize what abilities are going to go on those dice. So think like Slay the Spire in terms of the things you would be able to put on there in a way. Like the way being like you're gonna add up basically attack, defense, and then like, so there'll be attack and defense, and then there'll also be utility. So you can load up, let's say you load up one just with like all attack, because you want to guarantee you've got, you know, attacks, or almost guarantee. Each dice will probably have one side that's like a miss or something. Then you could load up one with like all of your defensive abilities, and one with all of your utility. But then that means you could never have two attacks, and maybe so you want to scale a little bit more into attack heavy, so you put all attack and then like half attack half defense, and then your half attack half utility. That way you have a chance at least of re-rolling something here that gets you the attack you want. Anyways, all right, so this is where I'm at. I think it seems like a fun concept to me. So to do the next thing here, we need the dice. So and then the sides of the dice, that's where the whole NFT thing comes into play. So you get to choose what goes on the dice. So you get to but those options are going to come from NFTs that you have won. You'll get a starter set at the outset. So you get your starter set, then you can either buy and sell on the marketplace, or you can win new ones. So I always prefer models like that where you don't have to spend a dime. Although that's one of those interesting. There'll be an in-game thing too, like a gold system, and I need to look at that because I was thinking a lot about it last night. I don't think that there is a way. Excuse me. All right, so we can. Okay, so transfer item. So if we mint the item with the developer wallet, we can transfer it. Does that also mean that we can... Well, that's interesting. What does that mean? Because we know that we can't mint new items. I mean, we can mint additional supply, but we can't... How does this actually work then? And then, I mean, collection address, token ID, amount to address. Yeah, so there's no from address. So I have to... Where is it coming from? The developer wallet then? So if I mint additional supply, it has a to address. Would I need to mint it? Is it owned by... So if I have gold, what it seems to me is I need to mint... Well, okay. I mean, dice and gold. Because, like, a dice isn't going to necessarily be like a 1 of 1, right? Like, a dice side will have NFT collection, and that collection will have different abilities, and those abilities, there will be a certain... I mean, there'll probably be some that have like a unlimited supply or near unlimited supply, and there'll be other ones that potentially are more rare that, they have a limited supply. So I would have to... Anyways, but this is the thing that I was getting at. Sorry. I can mint items from the developer wallet and send it to the user. I cannot, through the API, just take those items and away from a user. Like, at some point, like, this is still gonna have to have a wallet integration, because if you go to spend your gold at a shop, you're gonna have to authorize that transaction of transferring the gold from your wallet back to the developer wallet, basically. just fine. All right, I'm gonna take a little break, re-up my caffeine. I'm going to do all the things I need to do, and then I'm gonna be back in a little bit, and we'll keep working away at this. So I think I'm gonna be gone long enough. I'll go ahead and wrap up the stream here for now and start a new stream rather than just going to be right back mode. Maybe give me half hour, 45 minutes so I can take care of everything I need to take care of. And if you're interested, then join me back here later. If you want to know when I am gonna go live or want to get notifications, make sure you click the notification buttons on the, whether it's Twitch or YouTube, so you get my notifications, and yeah, follow along. All right, I'll catch you all in a little bit.